Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and the head trader at True Trading Group. In case you guys didn't know, we are a Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award recipient for Best AI Analysis Tool. Yes, thank you. We just actually had the awards dinner last month. There's the award from the Benzinga FinTech Awards, True Trading Group, Best AI Analysis Tool, the Chairman's Award. It was a very great night. My business partner and I up on stage, there we are, receiving that award. And you guys can see the industry is taking notice of everything that we are doing here at TTG, having the best AI analysis tool that is helping our 10,000 members in 115 different countries, helping them become successful with simplicity, right? Breaking down complex data points and analysis and having our AI tool provide our members with trade entries and trade exits that are helping them become successful and helping them make money. And companies like Benzinga and company and business and industry insiders, industry leaders are taking note of that. And that's why we received the Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. But True Trading Group is not just about awards. We are also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools like the AI tool, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's something for everybody here. And if you guys are wondering why you should listen to me or anything we discuss on this channel, it's not because I think I'm the world's greatest trader. It's not because you love that little red velvet nutcracker that's behind me. It's because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college. While there, they had me go through a training program that taught me how to become a trader. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. They didn't let me touch a dollar of their money until I went through that training. Then 2008 happened, which is the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, which I'm sure you're familiar with. But that's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. You fast forward now, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG. And along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. So if you guys are new, make sure you smash that like button, show some love, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any of these videos because we're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. And if you've been following this YouTube channel, I also go live on this YouTube channel. This is a little recap video. We actually just wrapped up a great AI workshop with all of our members. Again, we have over 10,000 members, guys, in 115 different countries. So believe me, we got members from all walks of life, from all levels of experience and all financial situations, from complete newbies and beginners to 25-year experienced professionals and everybody else in between. But we had a great AI workshop today, and that's why I'm not doing a live stream. I'm doing a video recap so that we can talk about what is going to be a really big next couple of days, as we have a lot of important jobs data that's coming out. You're going to get, obviously, jobless claims, and you're going to get, ADP number, and you're going to get the labor report, the unemployment number, to really get a feel for the state of the jobs market. And this is going to be an important number because you get a lot of seasonal and part-time hires going into the holidays. So that November and December numbers usually artificially inflated by a lot of the part-time or a lot of the seasonal hires that take place in those last couple months of the year. And then those seasonal hires and part-time hires disappear come January and then going into February. So usually you see like this strengthening and then this weakening in Q4 into Q1. So we'll see if we see some signs of that as we're going to get the November report that we're going to be getting here at the end of this week. The markets are at all-time highs. We just made another new all-time high today. And if you guys have been following this YouTube channel, then you would know I came on here, a week or two ago, and I told you guys that I believed going into the end of November, into the early December, that I believed that the markets were going to experience a little bit of a melt up. Now, listen, if you're just watching this video for the first time, or rather if you're on this channel for the first time, you don't know that I've been saying these things. So you shouldn't just take my word for it if I tell you I said something in the past. All of my videos are on this YouTube channel. I mean, if you want, you can go back and you can watch them, or just make sure you subscribe and start watching my lives and my videos going forward, because I always tell you what I think the market's going to do, not what it's already done. What I think it's going to do, what positions I'm already in, and what positions I'm getting into, and what prices I'm getting into them at. I stick my neck out there. I'm not going to be right all the time. I don't have a 100% win rate. The moderators and I actually collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of around 80% now, going on roughly the last 5 years. So I'm not right all the time, but I'm right a hell of a lot more than I am wrong. And I have no problem coming on here and telling you guys, this is what I think is going to happen. This is what I'm buying. This is what I'm shorting, or these are calls or puts, however you guys want to do it. If you're equities traders, options traders, or futures traders, we do it all inside of True Trading Group. So there's something for everyone. So make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. But we've been talking about this little melt up. We've been long. We've been buying dips into support. So every day over the last 2 weeks, we've basically just been identifying where our support levels. And then, so these are levels that we are looking to go long into, pullbacks into those levels, and then let the markets just float their way higher. It's been a fantastic week as we've come into now Monday and Tuesday with the breakout on Friday. We had the Friday breakout. A lot of people took longs on Friday, a half day. And that's the thing about these half days. You guys should remember this. A lot of people think that these half days are like these holiday weeks, like sometimes Memorial Day weekend or July 4th, in this case, Thanksgiving. A lot of people think sometimes that the activity sucks and things are slow. It's not true, right? It's not true. When the market has direction, those low liquidity days oftentimes give you a melt up if you're in a strong uptrend, or a melt down if you're in a strong downtrend. And the reason for that is because the market has clear direction, which this market obviously has. Look at the chart. We've been going straight up here, obviously, all year. Right. So it's a very clear directional market. Right. So when we came into Friday, which is this day, this day right here. Okay. The markets were sitting right beneath that all-time high. And when there's low liquidity on like a half day, with a holiday, there's not a lot of activity on the opposite side of that direction. And that's why a lot of times you get this melt up type of price action. So that was the long for us last week. Right. Last week on that Friday, that's why we decided to go ahead and take the trade long, because, and this is Friday's price action. You can see this is just a melt up, right? No real pullback, just to open and just slowly trade higher all throughout the day. And that was the long for us. And then it's just been a buy the pullback every day there forward. And the markets have just continued to push to these new all-time highs. And we've had a really good opportunity to buy some pullbacks into prior day lows, which is the 602.50, which was the low of the day on Monday. That's close of the day on Friday. And then that was double bottom intraday today. And that gave a really good trade opportunity for members today for the long. That was number one trade idea from the index level. We always go over trades on the SPY and on the NASDAQ, so on either ES, MES, or on the NQs or the SPY or the QQQ, depending on what vehicle you trade. But this was the support level that we identified, and we said watch for support back at 602.50 to buy the pullback, and that's exactly what members did. Actually looked for the long right inside of here, got this nice little pop, held through that pullback to test and confirm the double bottom, and then got the extension with profits off into the close. Okay, and that was a really nice trade for us there today as the market's made a new all-time high. And I have no reason right now to think otherwise. I'm not looking to try to call the top in the market. I'm not looking to try to say that I think, I'm going to be a hero and I'm going to short the market on the exact day that I think it's going to top out. Do I think we can experience a slight pullback at some point in December? I do. But again, I think that pullback is viable. What I think happens in the month of December is a chase for performance on things that are up big, and a tax loss harvesting and a further push lower on things that are down. The market's up over 20% this year for the second year in a row. That's very uncommon. That means a lot of funds, a lot of institutions, a lot of investors have a lot of gains, capital gains. So what they're going to do, what I think you're going to see, is that funds or investors that have a lot of capital gains are going to dump their losing positions to write against those capital gains, have a lower tax liability. So stocks that are down big on the year, I don't think that those stocks are going to do well going into the end of the year. Meanwhile, I think the stocks that are at all-time highs, like a Meta, an Amazon, an Apple, right, a Salesforce, a Palantir, okay, I think these stocks that are up really big this year, I think that people are going to chase into those names going into the end of the year. And I think that that's going to cause the market to also continue to float higher, as I do believe we have a real legitimate shot of a Santa Claus rally this year. But I'd say, again, I say that with, I think there could be a minor pullback, maybe in the first half into the middle of December. And I think that pullback's viable and the markets recover going into the end of the year. And then we'll talk another time about what I think is going to happen in 2025. Those are my thoughts and my analysis with regards to the overall market. The labor report coming out could affect that in a pretty major way. If there is, for some reason, a surprise shock of a real weakening in the labor market, then I would say that you probably see bonds pop, yields drop, and equities pull in, as maybe instead of chasing performance, you start to get profit taking as that worries people going into 2025 that the labor market might start to crack. Because again, during this end of the year, November, December, usually the labor market gets stronger because of all the part-time or the seasonal hires. So if you start to see a weaker jobs report than what was anticipated, that could trigger the opposite reaction. And at that point, I would probably look for some short trades. But right now, I'm really only looking to buy the dips into support on strong stocks. And then as you get closer to the middle of December, I would say look for shorts on stocks that are really beaten down this year, as I think they might extend their losses because of tax loss harvesting. All right, so those are my thoughts with regards to the overall markets. A quick update on a trade that I mentioned to you guys on a prior live stream, which was the SMCI long. There was a really big piece of news that came out on SMCI yesterday. And that news was that an independent review of the company's financials found there to be no fraud, no malpractice within their accounting. And that popped the stock yesterday. You got a big gap up yesterday. This was number one trade idea for us yesterday for the long, and that was SMCI. And the reason for that, forget about the fact that this was number one trade idea. That's not that I'm not trying to pound my chest on it. I want you guys to learn from why this was a really good setup and why members cashed out today. Trading is not about predicting the future. It's about identifying probability. Okay. That's what trading is about. I'm a good trader, not because I can accurately predict what is going to happen 3 days from now. I'm a good trader because I can look at a chart, a particular setup, and say, I think the probability of the stock moving higher is around 74%. Well, I'm going to go long that stock. I'm not going to look at a chart and say, I think the probability of the stock going up is 52%. I'm going to go long that stock. No, I'm not going to go long the stock that's got a 50-50 chance. I'm going to go long the stock that's got a 75% probability. That's what trading is really all about. It's understanding what those setups look like and grade them. A, B, C. A setup's 75% probability. B setup, 65% probability. C setup, 50-50. Avoid the 50-50 C setups at all costs. And one of the situations where you get an A quality setup is when a technical catalyst coincides with a fundamental catalyst. And SMCI yesterday had both. The fundamental catalyst was this independent review finding no malpractice with fraud. This stock has gotten pulverized over the last couple of weeks because of a Hindenburg research report that claimed fraud and lack of transparency with their financials and with their accounting. Then the Justice Department announced that they were going to look into the company and they were going to start their own investigation. Then Ernst & Young resigned from their post as their auditor. That was this day when the stock had the big gap down. When Ernst & Young resigned, the stock gapped down and sold off 50% in a matter of weeks. Then the stock recovers and had a big gap up once it was announced that the company has hired BDO as their new auditor. Well, that eased some investor concerns and the stock then started to move higher. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, you get news of an independent review found no malpractice and no fraud within their accounting. So that's the fundamental catalyst to the upside. But I said to you that you need a fundamental plus a technical catalyst to give you that A setup. Well, what's the technical catalyst? The technical catalyst for us was a break back above this major resistance level at 38. And 38, and this is about a dollar wide level. So the support level or the resistance level was 38 to 39, right? If you look back at the charts, I'll show you that this 38, 39 zone used to be a level of support. And always remember that, guys. Support and resistance are not finite prices. They're zones, okay? And it's our job as traders to identify for each individual stock how wide that zone is. And that's where you find your entries and your exits. And that's how you make sure your stop loss is in the correct place. One of the most common mistakes that inexperienced traders make is they put their stop loss too tight. They get stopped out. Then the stock ends up doing what they thought it was going to do. And they're like, these evil market makers, they always hunt my stop loss. That's not true. Your stop loss is just in the wrong place. Your stop loss is probably around the same area where a lot of other inexperienced retail traders put their stop losses. And when one triggers, it triggers another, triggers another, triggers another, triggers another. And market makers will push that stock into triggering those stop losses because then there's a pocket of liquidity there that gets created by all of those stop losses. And that's where institutional orders can get filled by all of that liquidity that is created. It's called a liquidity grab or sometimes a liquidity trap. And that's what's happening. A lot of retail traders are getting stopped out, and that the liquidity that's created by those orders fills institutional orders. That's why you're getting stopped out. Your stop loss is in the wrong place. Your stop loss needs to be beneath a level, not inside of a level. And that comes down to understanding how wide support and resistance levels are. That's another lesson for another time that I can teach you guys. I'm happy to do it when you guys become members of True Trading Group. But this used to be a support level there at 38.39. You'll then notice we gapped underneath it after the Ernst & Young news, and then it became resistance. You rallied back into it last week, and again, it became resistance. Then you got the news yesterday. And that news yesterday made us feel that now things are changing. Now you have a technical breakout of this 38.39 level, and you've got this fundamental catalyst. Now it's time to go long SMCI. It's exactly what happened yesterday. The target was up into the high 40s. I actually set a target. I'm being honest. We set a target of 47. Stock went to 46. So I was $1 off on the target. The long was at 37. And I said that the target was 47. We got to 46. Okay. So I was $1 off on that target. But it was right in front of this 100-day moving average, which is why we said the $47 target. But nonetheless, members took profits into today on the gap up. Was a triple-digit gain on call options for those that took the call option, and a beautiful big trade for those that took the equity. But if I take you guys back into the intraday chart, we break it down to a 3-minute. This is yesterday's price action after the news. You gapped up, pulled it in, and then here's really where things got interesting. You found support at the 9 EMA. That's this light blue line that you guys see on my screen. And this is a trade line VWAP crossover, which is a momentum triggering pattern that you guys will learn as a member of True Trading Group. It is confirmed by an increase in volume. As you guys can see down here, this increase in volume when the trade line is crossing over VWAP. There's a lot more other things to confirm that. Again, we'll save that for another time. But that was the buy entry for yesterday, and a lot of members were able to jump in at 37 and change. Some people took the $38 strike call. Others took the $40 strike call. Nonetheless, both up over 100% as the stock rallied yesterday, broke through the 38.39 level. That's this line you see drawn on my screen. We broke through that level. Then that level became support, and that confirms the breakout. Right? So you broke through the level. There's the break through the level. Nice increase in volume on the break. Pull back, level then holds, and that's your confirmation to hold now. Once you get the breakout and the retest of the level, and the level confirms that it's holding, that's it. That's your confirmation to hold because you're about to get follow through. And boy, did we ever get follow through. As you see, the stock extended all the way to $44 yesterday. We held that position overnight, and then you got a nice gap up today. As you guys can see, a nice gap up today, and then people took profits into the gap up today. And then right in front of the pre-market high, you can see the pre-market high of 46. And then final take profit was going to be up there at 47. We didn't quite just get to 47. So about 85% of the position off the table there at 46. And then getting out final take profits on the green to red move at 42. Out that final 10 to 15% of the position was a runner out of that final piece. And that was a monster trade for members inside of TTG. Right. So that was SMCI. I wanted to give you guys an update on that trade. It was a really nice, really good way to start the week. It's a big one to start the week. And we got a lot of activity that's coming up. Right. Labor report, markets at all-time highs. We got a lot of action coming up. There's a lot more setups like this SMCI that I'm seeing. And that we're going to be going after here in the next couple of days. If you guys want to trade with us, you want to be part of it, you want to be part of the community, join our trial. It's totally free. It's 7 days. You guys get to trade with us for 7 days. It's not 7 calendar days. It's 7 trading days. So if you join the trial today, don't worry. Saturday and Sunday do not count against your trial. It's 7 trading days. Go to ttgtrial.com. Again, that is ttgtrial.com. Enter your name, your email, your phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form, and then get your butt in chat. No credit card required. It's totally free. Trade with us for 7 days. I welcome you guys. See what it's like to trade with myself, the 8 other professional traders that are mods in TTG. We share our screen with you. We talk to you live on the microphone. We call out our trades. We let you know where our orders are so you guys are not surprised to hear when we're in a position. You already know where we're getting in and where we're getting out before we actually do. There's also a mobile app for you to download. If you can't be in front of your computer, don't stress it. We have 10,000 members. 82% of them have a full-time job. All you need to do is download the mobile app. iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. Both are available. It's free when you guys become a trial and then obviously become a regular member, where you'll get real-time push notifications sent to your phone when the mods orders execute. So when we enter and exit positions, you get a real-time push notification sent to your phone. So if you're at work, you get a notification, they just bought call options on Tesla. You can log into your Webull, Robinhood, E-Trade, whatever, buy some calls, set a stop loss, put your phone down. 3 hours later, you get another push. They just took profit. Log in, take profit, set a stop loss, put your phone down. The next day, they just took more profit, log in, put your phone down. That's how a lot of our members are able to benefit from what it is that we do in TTG. So if you guys are busy, you got a full-time job, don't stress it. Download the mobile app, join the trial, trade with us, start catching some trades like this SMCI, right? Come see what our AI tool is capable of. Come see what it's like to be part of the community that is True Trading Group, 10,000 strong from 115 different countries. See why we received the Benzinga FinTech Awards, Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. See why the NASDAQ invited us down to the NASDAQ for the closing bell ceremony and congratulated us by putting our company name up in the middle of Times Square. There's my business partner and I, and the co-founder of True Trading Group at the closing bell on the NASDAQ. And then they also congratulated us on launching a partnership that we now have with the NASDAQ for some of our data feeds that we get for some of the tools and resources that are available to our members. So again, guys, companies like the NASDAQ, like Benzinga, recognizing what we're doing here at True Trading Group. If you guys want to be a part of it, come check it out, ttgtrial.com. It's free, no credit card required. Come see for yourself what all the buzz is about and get your butts in chat. Let's make some damn money together. All right, so that's ttgtrial.com. Otherwise, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on these videos or live streams. It's going to be a big week. We're just getting started. Labor report. It's going to be a big one. I'll see you guys in chat. Have a great night, folks. ttgtrial.com.